What it really takes to get a plumbing license. It's the single most important piece of paper in a plumber's career. It's what separates the apprentice from the professional, the handyman from the master. Today, we're breaking down the exact steps you need to take to get your plumbing license. For the aspiring plumber, this is your career roadmap. For the homeowner, for the DIYer, this is a look at the rigorous process that a true professional goes through to be qualified to legally work in your home. And for my fellow pros, this is a great refresher and something to share with your apprentices. Let's talk about getting licensed. Now, first you need to understand that licensing is not just one step. It's a career progression. Almost every state has 3 tiers: an apprentice, a journeyman, and a master. And in Texas, we have 4 tiers. So hang around to the end and I'll explain that to you. Now, an apprentice, well, that is a plumber in training, a putt. That's exactly what it is. An apprentice is just in training to become a journeyman. Now, a journeyman is qualified to work independently, and a master is qualified to own a business and pull permits. Your first goal is to become a licensed apprentice, a registered apprentice. Here in Texas, you get your registration, you register to become an apprentice, and you have to do this before you ever start actually working on a job. So if you're working as an apprentice in Texas and you don't have that registration card in your pocket, you should, because you could get in trouble and the company that you work for could get in trouble. I have apprentices call me all the time and say, my boss said I don't need an apprentice card. He's wanting to keep you as an apprentice for a long time. He wants you to learn. He wants to make money off of you, but he doesn't want you to become a licensed journeyman where he has to pay you. Now, your end goal after you get that registration is to become a journeyman. To go from an apprentice to a journeyman, you need one thing above all else, and that is experience. Now in Texas, we call it hours. To go from an apprentice to a journeyman in Texas, you have to have 8,000 hours in the field. Now, it sounds like a lot, but if you work with companies that work overtime, it can go by in as fast as, God, 3.5 years. I know that seems like forever. But here's the thing. You need that experience. Most states require that you document between 4 to 5 years of full-time on-the-job training under the supervision of a licensed plumber. Now, the thing is, that's about 8,000 hours of work. Now, the average person works about 2,000 hours a year. In plumbing, I've actually put in 3,000 hours 1 year. That's averaging 60 hours a week. Now, don't get me wrong, I made amazing money that year, but there are no shortcuts for the training. There's no shortcuts for the experience. Now, me personally, I think those hours should be lowered. I think that Gen Zers learn a completely different way. I had an apprentice that worked for me one time. When we went out in the field and did something, he would go home, get on YouTube, and find 2 or 3 other ways to do it. He wanted to learn, and I love that about him. But there's no shortcuts, and you've got to remember that. You need the experience. Now, do I think that a real plumber could learn most things that he needs to do in 4,000 hours to become a journeyman? I do. When I got my license, you had to have 6,000 hours, 3 years. I put that in almost 2 years, just a little over 2 years. But you've got to put in the time. You've got to learn the trade in the field. Now, in addition to the hands-on work, a lot of states also require a certain amount of classroom instruction. In Texas, the apprentices have to go take continuing education before they go take their exam. Now, this is where you learn the why behind the what. And that's the plumbing code. The plumbing code, the theory, the math. This can range from, God, in classrooms that on the states that require it, anywhere from 144 to 250 hours a year throughout your apprenticeship. Now, this is often attended at local trade schools or union halls. Now, I was an instructor in the union, so I understand that. I think our students took, it was closer to 250 hours a year, but you broke it down into 16-week sections, and they got a lot done. But once you meet the experience and the classroom requirements, you're eligible to apply to set for the journeyman exam. Now, that is where you are licensed to go out and be a professional plumber. Now, this is a difficult test. It'll have a written portion on theory, code, pipe sizing, and often a practical hands-on portion where you have to build a plumbing assembly. Now in Texas, there's the big dollhouse. And if you've seen some of my videos, you've seen it. You have to build that plumbing assembly. You've got to plumb a dollhouse. Now, you have to know your code book inside and out. This exam is what ensures that only competent professionals are allowed to work on the systems that protect the health of the nation. Now, it's critical to understand that these requirements vary by state and sometimes even by cities or counties in those states. Some states have no statewide license at all, leaving it up to the local jurisdictions. Now, that's why the first thing that you must do is go to your state's licensing board website to find out the specific official requirements for your area. I'll put a link in the description to a resource that can help you find your state's board. And it may be a construction board, it may be an MEP board, it may be, like in Texas, a plumbing board. Now, that path from apprentice to licensed journeyman can seem long and it can seem complicated. It's a multi-year journey. And having a guide can make all the difference. Now, our Getting Into the Trade course is designed to help you with that. We don't just help you get your first job, but the interview portion that we have in there is amazing. But we help you plan your career. We help you learn things to make you different. Now, I don't teach you how to join pipe or anything at all like that, but we have modules on keeping track of things, documentation, learning, how to learn the right way. We all learn different. And there's resources for exam preparation and strategies for making the most of your apprenticeship. Because one thing I tell people before they ever start is think about where you want to be when you're done. Do you want to be a plumber in a commercial building or residential every day the rest of your life? Do you want to move up? Do you want to be a foreman, a superintendent? Do you want to move up and own your own company one day? Because the foundation that you build for your apprenticeship is where it all starts. Now, you can navigate this journey alone, or you can have an experienced master plumber guide you through every step of the way. If you're serious about becoming a licensed professional, click the link in the description to get your roadmap to getting into the trades. Now, in Texas, we also have a tradesman. Now, a tradesman is like a step between apprentice and journeyman, but there's a really good reason for it. And what that is, it means you're licensed to work on single family and two family dwellings, so houses or duplexes. And the reason being is, to be honest, most people, not everybody, but most people could learn how to work on toilets, water heaters, kitchen faucets, garbage disposals, things like that. These are the problems that residential plumbing companies face every day. So Texas created the tradesman license. Me as a plumbing company owner, I loved it because now I could take an apprentice after about 2 years, because it's 4,000 hours, let him go take his tradesman exam. Now I could use him like a journeyman plumber on residential work. And guys, I think if you're in Texas and you're not in the union, you're not just on big commercial jobs, that's a great opportunity for you. And then after the journeyman is the master. And the master puts you in position where you can open your own company. You can pull permits. And guys, always plan on knowing everything you can about your trade, your niche, your business, your profession. Get that master's license just so you have the peace of mind of knowing, I do know what I'm talking about. Now, in Texas, it's a couple of years after you pass your journeyman that you can do this. And if you like this video, you know somebody that you think needs to learn that there's another career path other than going to college. Most people that get into the trades make $200,000 to $350,000 in those first 4 years while someone else is going to college. And they come away from that with no student debt. So if you know somebody that you think needs to hear this, please share this video with them. And I will see you in the next video. Check out this video on how a 22-year-old plumber makes $150,000 a year.